Hello there. Thank you for joining us on 7Edition. I'm Otto Othman, and here are tonight's top stories. Government raises offer to 1,000 ringgit per square feet for Kampung Baru land. Landmark ruling sees 3 sent to gallows for murder in absence of the victim's body. And 16 sentenced to death for setting student on fire. The government has made a final offer for the land in Kampung Baru by raising it to 1,000 ringgit per square foot from 850 ringgit originally. Federal Territories Minister Khalid Samad in a press conference today said landowners will also get a 15% discount when buying a property in the newly redeveloped land.
So harga yang baru yang kita tawarkan bagi tanah Kampung Baru yang terlibat dalam pembangunan semula ini, ianya akan dibeli pada harga RM1,000 satu kaki persegi. Dari harga RM1,000 satu kaki persegi tersebut, 850 akan dibayar berdasarkan pilihan pulangan yang telah dipilih oleh para pemilik tanah.
Khalid explained that the landowners will have 4 options to choose from, with a mixture of cash, assets and shares in a special purpose vehicle that will be set up. The remaining 150,000 ringgit will be in the form of shares in the SPV. The minister said with this new deal, landowners will own the land through the SPV and have a say in the design of the new development. In a landmark decision, a woman and 2 men were sentenced to death after being found guilty for the murder of a man. Shah Alam High Court Judge Dato Abdul Halim Aman made the ruling in the absence of the victim's body, after studying the testimony of the suspects and witnesses and exhibits throughout the trial.
Muhammad Rahmat Nazaruddin was charged with murdering 21-year-old Muhammad Fairul Hakimi on August 29, 2016 at Villa Sentosa, Klang, while Muhammad Zulhaimi Darus and Siti Norasia Abdul Wahab were accused with abetting him at the same place and time. Judge Dato Abdul Halim also said the defense plea of the 3 accused were fictitious and merely a denial. He also described their action as cruel, inhumane and carried out with intent to murder the victim. As such, the court sentenced the trio to death by hanging as provided under Section 302 of the Penal Code. A total of 12 defense witnesses were called to testify, with 41 exhibits submitted in court.
A Singaporean man was charged in the Aikroh Magistrates Court today with the gruesome murder of his wife and stepson, whose mutilated body parts were found in the bushes near Krubong Industrial Area early this month. No plea was recorded from Shahrul Nizam Zuraimi when both charges were read to him before Magistrate Muhammad Nazrin Ali Rahim.
The 31-year-old man was accused of murdering Nurfa Zira Bidin, aged 27, and Muhammad Iman Ashraf Abdullah, aged 11. Both murders allegedly took place at a house in Taman Merdeka Jaya, Batu Berendan on October 6 and the following day. The charges under the Penal Code provides the death penalty upon conviction. The double murder came to light on October 10th when police were alerted to the discovery of 8 body parts in some bushes in Kampung Ladang, Krubong. Authorities later found 2 severed human heads on the ceiling of the rented house, where the mother and son were allegedly killed. This led to the arrest of the accused in Singapore 2 days later. It is believed the suspect stabbed the woman to death with a knife following an argument before killing the boy who witnessed the act. He then allegedly chopped up their bodies with a parang and discarded them at the 2 locations. The court set December 16th for mention of the case pending the post-mortem report. Meanwhile, the Kuala Lumpur High Court today was told that the greeting word salam was used as a code to ask for bribes for former Federal Land Development Authority Felda Chairman Tan Sri Muhammad Isa Abdul Samad. Ikhwan Zaidel, a former board member of Gagasan Abadi Properties Sdn Bhd, testified that payments were not made directly to the accused, but through his former special officer, Muhammad Zahid Muhammad Arif, with the money placed in a paper bag. The witness also said he had handed over 3 million ringgit to Tan Sri Isa through his ex-aide on 9 occasions between July 2014 and December 2015. Tan Sri Isa is currently on trial for criminal breach of trust and graft related to the purchase of Merdeka Palace and Suites Hotel by Felda Investment Corporation Sdn Bhd. In Perak, a 55-year-old man was sentenced to 4 years in jail by Sungai Siput Utara Magistrates Court after he pleaded guilty to molesting a 90-year-old woman. Zawari Osman gave the guilty plea for the offence on October 22nd in Kampung Krai, Enggor, by hugging and grabbing the elderly woman's breasts, buttocks and kissing her neck. It was understood that the accused, a repeat offender, also peed his pants and even tried to escape twice by climbing out of the dock. 2 years ago, he was slapped with a 9-year jail sentence for sexually assaulting a 65-year-old woman.
Police have busted a syndicate that offered online gambling activities via the TikTok and WeChat applications. This was following the arrest of 26 Chinese nationals in Seri Kembangan, Selangor yesterday. Now, authorities said in the 11 p.m. raid, 24 men and 2 women aged 16 to 42 were nabbed for their alleged involvement in the illicit activities. It was understood that the suspects targeted their fellow countrymen in China, and the syndicate had been operating since 3 months ago, raking in profits of up to 25,000 ringgit daily. Police also seized 9 sets of computers, 3 laptops and 28 mobile phones during the raid. All those detained were taken to the Serdang Police Headquarters for further investigations under the Common Gaming Houses Act. In other news, Hugh Kwan Yao has resigned as the Chief Executive Officer of the Malaysia-China Business Council (MCBC) effective immediately. The former DAP member, who is at the center of a controversy over a banned pro-China comic book, said he was resigning to ensure the council could continue its operations unhindered.
Hugh, commonly known as Superman Hugh, used the resignation announcement posted on his Facebook page to indirectly defend himself over the Belt and Road Initiative for Win-Winism comic book, which he commissioned. He explained that his intention was to open more resources for the establishment of a modernized Malaysia, as the country has been hollowed out by the kleptocracy of the previous government. Hugh also said better understanding of the Chinese civilization and society could provide Malaysians with valuable insight towards fostering closer ties between both countries. The former DAP member said he planned to spend his time in personal reflection. Yesterday, the Home Ministry said it has officially banned the comic book as it had deemed the publication as insensitive towards multicultural Malaysia and inappropriate as it promotes communism and socialism.
Over at the Parliament, the Home Minister said copies of the Belt and Road Initiative for Win-Winism comic book will be seized if they are still in circulation. Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin also defended the ban of the comic book by the ministry, adding that the move was not politically motivated.
Kita dah teliti dan kaji dan memang ada asas kukuh, bukan kerana apa-apa sentimen ataupun tindakan terhadap mana-mana pihak, hanya berdasarkan konten. Apalagi telah diedarkan dalam negara dan lepas itu dibantar ke sekolah. Jadi isu ini telah menjadi satu perkara yang agak serius. Sebab itu saya kena ambil tindakan secepat mungkin.
When asked if the comic book was still available in schools, he said he had given the Education Ministry the authority to confiscate the comic books. Tan Sri Muhyiddin also advised the public not to read the comic book, which spreads wrong and confusing information about communism and had elements to inculcate sympathy on the struggles of the communists. Defense Minister Muhammad Zabu today said the Army will continue to use live bullets during Special Forces training. He was answering a question by Datuk Sri Zahid Hamidi in the wake of the fatal accidental shooting of Major Muhammad Zahir Armaya during an Army demonstration last month. Mat Sabu added that the Army's probe found the incident to be a relatively isolated case.
Pihak kementerian tidak menafikan risiko yang terdedah kepada anggota yang terlibat dengan latihan sebegini. Namun ianya adalah setimpal dengan hasil yang diperolehi berdasarkan kemampuan 21 grup khas menyediakan pengawal dan anggota berkaitan tinggi dan bermotivasi untuk terus melaksanakan misi khusus dan strategik negara. Justru itu, latihan sebegini akan diteruskan bagi mengekalkan dan meningkatkan kompetensi pasukan khusus.
In the probe, investigators also found that the standard operating procedure was followed during the live firing demonstration. Nevertheless, the Defense Minister said the Army is currently carrying out a review to improve the SOP to avoid such incidents from occurring in the future. Major Zahir, the son of comedian and actor A.R. Badol, died on September 4th. Coming up, bodies in Essex trailer confirmed to be Chinese nationals. Details next. Thank you for staying with us. A court in Bangladesh sentenced 16 people to death on Thursday for the murder of a student. 19-year-old Nusrat Jahan Rafi was burned alive in April after refusing to withdraw a sexual harassment complaint against the head teacher of the seminary she attended. Her murder shocked the country and led to a series of protests demanding justice for Nusrat.
Nusrat had filed a complaint against the teacher in March, saying he had touched her inappropriately in his office. The petition landed him in jail, where police said he ordered her killing. His accomplices included two powerful men from within the community and her own classmates. On the day of the attack, Nusrat was lured to the school roof, where she was bound, doused in kerosene and set ablaze. The killers had planned to silence and pass off her murder as a suicide. Nusrat suffered burns to 80% of her body and died in hospital 5 days later. The trial has been one of the quickest in a country where such cases usually take years to conclude. Nusrat's family, who supported her decision to go to the police back in March, have since been given police protection. In Bangladesh, the death penalty is carried out by hanging.
Police in the UK confirmed Thursday that all the 39 people found frozen to death in the back of a refrigerated lorry are Chinese nationals, 8 of them women and 31 are men. They added that raids had been carried out at 3 properties in Northern Ireland as part of the murder inquiry. While the identification process of the victims is underway, a parallel investigation has begun to examine whether a human smuggling ring played a role in the case.
Investigators revealed that the trailer arrived in the UK by ferry from the port of Zeeburg in Belgium, crossing that takes 9 to 12 hours after Belgium confirmed Thursday it has launched its own probe into the case. Police also said the tractor unit of the lorry, which drives the vehicle, is believed to have originated in Northern Ireland. Meanwhile, Bulgaria confirmed that the lorry had license plates issued by the country, but there is no connection beyond its registration. It was reported that temperatures in the refrigerated lorry can get as low as -25 degrees Celsius. The driver, named locally as 25-year-old Mo Robinson from Northern Ireland, was arrested on suspicion of murder. He is still being questioned by investigators. It is unclear whether Robinson was aware of any plans to bring people to the UK.
Welcome back. It's now time for our clickbait segment where we take a look at what's trending and making rounds in the cyber world today. Now, we're pretty much suckers for acts of kindness. This small moment, for example, that recently became viral involving Malaysian MotoGP racer Hafiz Shahrin Abdullah during the Japanese Grand Prix. Although he finished second last, he won everyone's hearts when he helped out the champion Marc Marquez by pushing his bike that had engine problems. Take a look.
After Marquez passed the finish line, his Honda bike started to slow down as it was out of fuel. Hafiz then instinctively rode next to Marquez and put his leg on the latter's bike to push it. The brief moment was actually caught on video and, after MotoGP posted it on Instagram, went viral, amassing over 1 million views. Comments poured in, of course, with many netizens saying how cute the moment was. Marquez also commented on the post to thank Hafiz. We are all very proud of Hafiz, not only because he was able to compete on international tracks, but also because he showed true sportsmanship.
When we return, comfort takes the spotlight in this year's Deepavali fashion trends. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. The World Bank Doing Business 2020 report ranked Malaysia in 12th position amongst 190 economies worldwide. This marks a further improvement from the 15th spot the previous year. International Trade and Industry Minister Dato' Darul Liking said the good ranking was due to the public and private sector members' collaboration to improve the ease of doing business environment.
So in the whole of ASEAN, we are Singapore is number 1, we are number 2. Right after that will be Thailand, but Thailand is ranked number 21 in the whole world. So that means Malaysia is still there, still marked up, and of course, if we manage to push to with 3 marks up, we have to work a lot more harder. There's no cause for big celebration because, like you said, we want to be part of the 10.
According to the report, New Zealand continued to top the global rankings, with Singapore retaining its 2nd spot. Meanwhile, Hong Kong moved up a notch to 3rd placing, followed by Denmark and South Korea. The Doing Business report surveys regulations governing business activities in the economies, which are then ranked according to their ease of doing business scores based on quantitative indicators of the regulations. Exchange 106, the country's tallest skyscraper, is ready to take in tenants beginning December onwards. Its developer, Mulia Property Development Sdn Bhd, expects a 50% occupancy rate by the end of next year. Exchange 106 is the first project to be completed in the Tun Razak Exchange TRX, a new financial district in the city centre that was initiated by the new defunct One Malaysia Development Berhad 1 MDB. Standing at 492 meters, it is also the 6th tallest office building in the world. The first tenants at the Exchange 106 tower are expected to move in between December and June 2020. Some potential tenants include top Fortune 500 global consulting firm, a Hong Kong-based personal care brand, e-commerce platforms, and a serviced office and co-working brand. Bursa Malaysia ended a choppy trading day in green territory thanks to last-minute buying in index-linked counters despite external headwinds. The benchmark FBM KLCI advanced 0.15% to close at 1,571.11. Experts, however, noted that market sentiment remained cautious as investors were still adopting a wait-and-see attitude to uncertainties surrounding the Brexit deal and the US-China trade talks. On to stocks to watch. QS Group Berhad emits positive prospects based on its long-term expansion plans for its manufacturing segment and its resilient recurring revenue from its distribution segment. This amid lower sales in equipment manufacturing due to the slowdown in the semiconductor sector. Next. Pantech Group Holdings' first half of 2020 financial year results are deemed in line with expectations in anticipation of a stronger second half. This is on the back of their resumption of shipments for its carbon steel to the US. Last but not least, IGP rates third quarter 2019's core net profit of 79.8 million ringgit brought to the 9 months 2019 bottom line to 240.6 million ringgit, which is within expectations. Now, overall, the improvements was given by a positive rental revision and lower property operating expenses incurred. Deepavali is just around the corner. From decorating homes to lighting lamps and gorging on scrumptious sweets and delicacies, the Festival of Lights has its own essence and zeal. Along with that, fashion from head to toe is a highlight of the celebration. For this year's trend, many designers adopt the latest inspirations straight from India to become the trend setter for fresh designs here in Malaysia. Our reporter Shafiqa Razali finds out more.
The fashion trend for Deepavali is ever-changing and growing each year. While this year, it's all about the length and the flairness.
This year is all about the length. It gives a very good comfortability to the people while sitting, while walking, and it gives a very good kind of a sweetness when you wear them. It's kind of elegant as well. The tassels comes in all our designs. We try to put it in as much as possible, and it gives us some festive feelings as well. The second best selling comes with a pair of a bottom and the top. The top is always a straight cutting with some handworks here and there. Palazzo pants and the tops are second most selling item for this year. The customers love those things. Top selling one is the anarkali. So this year, this is our most selling item. Why is it? Because of the flanels of the dress. It has lots of panels, and it gives kind of the sweetness when you wear them. It comes in 3 colors, and then it's very festive. The prints are made of gold blocks with the paisley designs. Our fabrics are mostly made of cottons and rayon. Why cotton and rayons? This is very comfortable fabric to wear for our climates. When it comes to Deepavali, it's always about lights and colors. So when this year, as usual, like previous years, for Diwalis, we always sell the vibrant colors.
And that was the top 3 designs for Deepavali this year. For all our 7Edition viewers, we would like to wish you Deepavali Navaltikal.
I'm Otto Othman. Thanks for watching and have a lovely evening.